live. We are live. We got a lot to touch on. We got a lot to talk about tonight. So kick back and put your seatbelts on. This is going to be a bit of a bumpy ride, but we're going to get through it. We're going to talk about it. We are going to talk about it. Yes, sir. Peace and power to the family. Welcome to the room. I'll wait for a few more people to come into the room. We got a lot to discuss today. We are going to be talking about some of the things that's going on in Minnesota. We're going to talk about some of the scams, some of the Somali schemes that's going on, the $400 million Somali scheme that's going on through autism programs. Also, we're going to be talking about haters, and we're going to be talking about how to identify people who are not on your team, who are not on your squad, who pretend to be. And, we're going to talk about ways of cutting that grass and exposing those snakes. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about cutting that grass and exposing those snakes. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Peace and power, family. I go by the name of Shane, the artist, and I would like to welcome you to another episode of the Rebellious Rhymer Podcast, family. That's right. Black conservatism without the buck dancing, yo. So first I want to talk about this whole haterism thing, right? And this is stemming from an incident that recently happened to me, where there was a guy who I know personally. I used to do some work with him. I did some music stuff with him. We did a couple of tracks together, and stuff like that, right? So we've been friends on Facebook for quite some time. Now, I don't know what it is with this particular dude, but I know that, he stopped rapping. He kind of put his whole music thing to the side, and I don't know. And the way I described it is like he gave his rap career up to mess with me every day on my posts. I guess because he see that I'm starting to get some type of notoriety and stuff like that. That I'm starting to get some type of notoriety and stuff like that. He was the type that would always come at me something negative. He was challenging everything that I had to say, which I don't mind. I don't mind debating people. I don't mind people challenging me. And if I put out some wrong information and stuff like that, which I usually don't because I'm well researched. But if I just so happen to do that, which I usually don't because I'm well researched. But if I just so happen to do that, I'll man up, with my shit, and I'll, let it know that that's what I did. And I'll correct my mistake. But at the same time, nobody's going to come on my space and tell me how to run my space. So this dude is basically challenging every single post that I put up. It was like, okay, dude, like, it seems like you're going a little bit too far. And then the final straw, what made me block this dude was, I put up a damn post about some groceries being cheaper. During this time, the season, groceries has drastically went down. So has gasoline. It has went down from the Biden administration until now. The gas and groceries have went down. And I basically made a post stating that, showing the turkey that I bought and the money that I saved on it. The mistake I made was I accidentally read the damn pounds instead of the actual price. I made that mistake and posted it. But then I corrected it. Somebody let me know I corrected it, and then I corrected my post, okay? And this guy just went and just took my post and posted it on his page and was like, dude, you're doing way too much, man. It's like, you really, really want to try to discredit me and try to take me down, dude. I ain't no damn politician, man. Why are you going so hard on me? Like, didn't you used to rap, nigga? We did songs together. Go in the studio and do some songs or something. Why you on my post every day fucking with me because you don't like some of my political views? So after all of that, and he on his page talking about me, with some broads, going back and forth with some females, bickering like a female, you know what I'm saying? Going back and forth about me and my posts like a female, you know what I'm saying? Instead of worrying about his own business, man. So, yeah, just stuff like that, man. You just have to watch these people, man, because these people be low-key haters and they want to stick around on your page just to see if you fail. They want to stick around on your page just to see if they can find some type of they want to stick around on your page so they can find some type of chink in the armor, some way to try to take you down, some way of trying to, stuff like that. So, I compiled a list of identifying factors to know if you have somebody like that within your circle, within your cipher. Like I said, oftentimes we have to mow the lawn, expose the snakes in the lawn, and we have to get them up out of here. So we're going to talk about some of that. All right, people who are in your circle who are looking towards your downfall, you know what I'm saying? So one thing is downplay your achievements, okay? They downplay your achievements, so they, shrug off or make dismissive comments when you share good news, or twist your accomplishments into something negative, or they just pretty much ignore your accomplishments altogether. You got to watch out for people like that, man. You have to watch out for people who kind of shrug off your accomplishments. That's why some people say that they don't really post a lot of their accomplishments online anyway, because, you're just going to have, a lot of people pretend like that they're proud of you, but they really are not. They really have some type of contempt or jealousy towards you if you're making moves, you know what I'm saying? If you're making moves and they feel like you are surpassing them, you're going to get some of that negative energy, okay? You're going to get some of that hate. You're going to get some of that downplay of your achievements, okay? So watch out for people who downplay your achievements, okay? Number two, that was number one that I named. So I numbered these things. So we're going to go by the numbers. It's 1 through 10. So reason number two, there's constant negativity and backhanded compliments. Okay, and what do I mean by that? Like consistently finding negative or positive news to make sarcastic jokes about. They make sarcastic jokes about your flaws, stuff like that, or mistakes that you might make, and they'll disguise it as a form of humor and stuff like that. But really, what it is people looking for you to make a mistake so they can try to take you down. If they feel that you have some type of, movement going, they feel that you have some type of a following, some type of an influence, and they may want that for themselves, and they just may not have the gall, or they may not have the charisma to achieve that. But they'll see you doing it, and they may not like it. They may want to hate on that. So, you got to watch out for people like that. You got to watch out for people like that with the negativity and backhanded compliments when they don't mean you well, okay? They don't mean you well at all, okay? Number three, competition and sabotage. So these people might be overly competitive with you, like to the point to where it just feels unnecessary. This overly competitiveness and doing things to try to sabotage you, like I said earlier. So everything becomes a rivalry, you know what I'm saying? Rather than friendly competition, they may try to sabotage your plans or give you bad advice to hinder your success. Okay, these are some of the things that they might do. You know what I'm saying? So you got to watch out for people like that, especially the ones who will try to give you advice or give you bad advice. These are people who are really trying to find weaknesses within your movement and trying to take you down. And they're trying to take you down. This is what I'm talking about with the haterism. You see what I'm saying? So recognize that, like I say, keep your grass cut low, expose the snakes within your circle, and not even in your circle, even on your online circle. Expose the snakes. These might be people who are reporting your page on the cool, reporting your posts. They might be doing all of that. So you never know. All right. So before I move on, I would like to announce my brand new partnership with Dubby, the energy drink. So it's a powder energy drink that you mix with your water. They have many different flavors. If you go to dubby.gg and get you an order, place your order, make sure you use my promo code, the RRPW. Okay, that's RRPW, and get yourself a 10% discount. Okay, that's dubby.gg. Yeah, but so like I'm saying, peace and power to everybody in the room, the people joining the room. I appreciate you stopping by. Don't forget to send those hearts, those gifts. You know, like I said, it's never a requirement, but I definitely would appreciate it if you do so. Okay. Also, share this live. Share this live. Share this live. Also, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Rebellious Rhymer Podcast on YouTube. Join me and, smash the notification bell, make your comments and your likes and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Share this program. Okay? So, moving on. Number 4, gossip and negativity. Like I said, dude went on his page, reposting my post on his page and kiki-keying and cackling with a bunch of females, you know, like some bitch shit, excuse my French, but like some female shit, man, like cackling with some females about another man. Like, if that's the most beta male shit that anybody can do. You know, but that's what dude did. But yeah, these people who spread gossip about you, talk about you, keep your eye on these people, man. Even in your own family. And I said it. They gossip about you to others. They may speak to others, deliberately exclude you in conversations. When people do stuff like that, they'll see you speak to them, they don't speak you back. They deliberately exclude you from conversations. Don't give those type of people your energy. Excuse me. Don't give those type of people your energy, okay? I believe in matching energy. So that's very disrespectful for somebody to exclude you in the conversation if you're there in the room, sitting there basically in the conversation, ear hustling. They exclude you. To me, that's disrespectful. So, that is something that's done deliberately. I believe in matching energy. So if you are disrespecting me in that way, I'm not going to really bother with you. Or I'm going to deal with you with a long-handled spoon. And if there's nothing there's nothing that I can get from you, or if you don't serve me in any kind of way, then I have no business dealing with you in the first place. So, you know, people like that, I would distance from. You know, if they out there gossiping and negative, especially for a man. Men shouldn't be out there being chatty and gossipy. You know what I'm saying? That's just not some masculine shit. It's not masculine for men to be out there chatty and gossipy. You know what I'm saying? So, number 5, type of hater attitudes and that you should watch out for, okay? For lack of better words. Lack of support, okay? Number 5 is lack of support. When they lack in supporting you in some of your endeavors, and they are indifferent to your feelings during tough times, you got to watch out for people like that. You got to watch out for people like that. You got to watch out for folks like that, man. They disappear when you need them the most. You know, when you up, they all around you. They might have their hands out, but they around you. They trying to be in your circle when you up. You know, but when you down, they ain't nowhere to be around. You can't find them nowhere. You can't find them nowhere. You got to watch out for people like that, man. You got to watch out for people like that disappear when you need them the most. You know, that have little concern for your well-being. And you can tell when somebody have little concern for your well-being. You can tell if somebody is pretending to be around. You should be able to tell. You definitely should be able to tell, man, when somebody don't have your well-being in mind. Like I'm saying, they're giving you bad advice. They're telling you to go left when you know that you're supposed to be going right. Stay away from people like that, man. Get them out your circle, get them out of your cipher. Don't even have them on your social media either, because these be the main people trying to get your social media taken down. You know what I'm saying? Number 6, you feel absolutely drained dealing with these type of people. You feel drained, okay? You feel emotionally exhausted, anxious, rather than uplifted, okay? You feel drained when you're dealing with people who are constantly trying to pull you down. You feel drained when you're dealing with that crab in the barrel mentality. You feel drained when you know you are around people that'll sell you out for a few crumbs on the table. They'll sell you out. Yeah, all of that's draining, man. Of course that's draining. Steer clear of people like that. Don't forget to send your hearts and send your likes, your gifts, your galaxies, whatever it is that you want to do. If I'm dropping some knowledge, man, that y'all want to hear, let me get a thumbs up in the comments section. Put a thumbs in the comment section if I'm dropping some knowledge on y'all that y'all like to hear. You know what I'm saying? Let me wave at a few of y'all. Say what's up. Last time I accidentally invited some people in here, and it just got kind of wild, man. Just got kind of wild. Saying what's up to a few peoples. Peace and power. I see some of the homies up in here as well. Peace and power to you. But let's keep it moving. Number 7, I said this before. They give you bad advice. They give you bad advice on purpose just so you can fail. Okay? They might try and convince you not to achieve your goals or dreams by deferring misleading advice. And this is the type of thing that they'll do. You'll tell them, oh man, I saw this piece of land out there that I want to go buy, man. I'm going to go get this land. Hell, that's generational wealth. I could pass that down. They may be like, oh man, don't waste your money buying land. You don't need that. Don't, that they're going to rip you off, and, it ain't nothing to do with land. It's just grass. You don't need that. That's a waste of money. Just bad advice. Or might try to give you bad financial advice, and they're not financially stable themselves. Just stuff like that, man. People don't want to see you achieve. Some people. But like I'm saying, this is why we're talking about this, so we can identify the people who do not want to see you succeed. This is why we're talking about that. So stay away from people who give you bad advice. Like I said, they'll tell you to go left when you know you're supposed to be going right. Stay away from people like that who attempt to give you bad advice. These people mean you no good. They are low-key trying to sabotage you. They're low-key trying to sabotage you. So steer clear of people like that, okay? Number 8, the constant gaslighting. They're constantly gaslighting people. You know what I'm saying? They may try and manipulate you into doubting your own reality or sanity. They might be messing with you. They might be sending you text messages from a Nextel number or something, threatening messages, hating messages, stuff like that. And they'll say, oh, it's not me. You just making stuff up. You just making that up. You're going crazy. And they know that it's them that are antagonizing you. And then they'll try to backdoor and say, oh, well, you're making this stuff up. And then they'll go around and telling people, oh man, that person, they crazy, man. They got stuff going on. They got mental issues. They talking about people are threatening him and stuff like that. Don't believe that dude. Don't believe him. All this time you are doing certain things and sending messages and doing things to undermine this person's success, and then try to tell other people that they're going crazy. That's gaslighting to the fullest. Do I have to say it? Steer clear of people like that. Steer clear of people like that who are trying to manipulate you into not making the best decisions for your life. Try to manipulate you not to make that investment. Try to manipulate you into not investing in that real estate. Trying to manipulate you into not doing certain jobs of, just different stuff, man. It doesn't matter what it is. If people are trying to, if you know that something is good for you and you are indeed about to partake in something that's going to benefit you in your life, and they're trying to convince you not to do it, steer clear of them. Giving advice is one thing, but giving bad advice as a form of trying to sabotage someone, that's a whole different subject. Know the difference between the two as well. Somebody might just, be just trying to give you some advice and they, thinking that they're doing the right thing. But some people have ill intentions. Those are the ones that you need to watch out for. Those are the ones that you need to watch out for. Okay? So number 9, they ignore you or rude to you in public. You gotta watch out for people like that too. The little slick jokes with the little puns and stuff like that. Kind of watch out for those kind of things. If they do that to you in public or private. It's one thing if you grew up together and y'all know each other. Oh, yo, punk ass motherfucker. Y'all talk smack to each other, but you grew up together and that's kind of how y'all grew up. Stuff like that. But when you get older, that kind of stuff naturally is you're supposed to bring that down a little bit, because there's only grown men ain't going to be called no hoe and no B word and all that from another man. Okay. At least not from my standpoint. If you grown and you still using that high school language with your homeboys, man, y'all need to stop, because one day it's going to go too far. It's going to get too serious and y'all going to be scrapping, and you're going to be scrapping your homeboy or you're going to be scrapping your homegirl because you feel they disrespected you. So be careful with that. You got to watch out for that. They may interact with everyone in the group except you, or give you cold replies in front of others. You got to watch out for stuff like that as well. They trying to dish you in public or trying to embarrass you in public. Watch out for that kind of stuff, man. You don't want to deal with people like that because they're trying to undermine you publicly. That's the ultimate form of disrespect. Because if they do that in front of other people, well, then those other people are going to think that it's cool to disrespect you because you let this person get away with it in front of them. So watch out for people like that. Watch out for people like that. Number 10, last but not least, watch out for people's body language. Okay? Body language is very important. Watch out how people look at you. Are they, in DC we say grinning. They grinning on you, and maybe behind your back, or when they expect you not to be looking, they grinning on you. Looking at you crazy. Watch the body language. Watch the hand movement. Watch how they talk to you. They talk to you. Some people, they get expressive and they use their hands to talk, but you can tell when it's getting disrespectful. You can tell, like shit like pointing. I don't like people pointing at me, man. Don't be pointing. Don't point at me. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that I don't dig that. Watch certain body language. You watch certain body language, man. Just waving to a few people. Let me get off of there. Yeah. You gotta watch out for certain body language. People looking at you funny. That people sucking their teeth when you have something to say. This is the certain body language, man. Just watch out for that. Just watch out for that. You know what I'm saying, family? That, so that's pretty much it as far as dealing with people who that are in your circle or may not even be in your circle, but in close proximity to your circle, and they're looking for reasons to try to take you down, to try to take you out, to try to discredit you. Rid people like that. Get rid of them. Get them out of your circle. Get them off of your social media. Don't deal with people like that, because it's going to come back to bite you in the end. Okay? So that is it for that particular segment of the Rebellious Rhymer Podcast. I'm your host, Shane the Artist. And remember, family, the revolution starts with you. All right? Peace.